Maplewood Estates had always been a battleground between me and Karen, the neighborhood's self-appointed ruler. She was bold, brazen, and entitled in ways that defied logic. But nothing prepared me for the day she literally tapped into my utilities. It started with my water bill. Normally, I paid around $60 a month. Suddenly, it jumped to nearly $400. At first, I assumed there was a leak. I checked pipes, faucets, irrigation lines, nothing. That's when I noticed something odd. A fresh trench running from the side of my property to Karen's backyard. I followed it, and sure enough, there it was. A brand new PVC pipe, spliced directly into my water line and feeding into her pool pump. Karen had rerouted my water supply to keep her pool full, without even asking. I confronted her immediately. "Karen, you've stolen my water," I shouted, pointing at the pipe. She didn't even flinch. "Don't be so dramatic," she replied, adjusting her sunglasses. "It's just a pool. You have plenty of water. And besides, it benefits the neighborhood when my pool looks good." My jaw dropped. She was stealing from me, and her excuse was that it was good for everyone. That night, I came up with a plan. If she wanted to use my water, she was going to get it, but not the way she expected. I bought a set of industrial freeze plugs, rerouted my own line temporarily, and waited until just before dawn when the air was at its coldest. With a little careful engineering and a portable chiller I borrowed from a buddy who worked in construction, I froze the water solid in her pool pipe. By the time the sun rose, Karen's backyard looked like something out of a slapstick comedy. The pool pump whined, gurgled, and finally shut down as ice expanded through the pipes. A thick frost crept across her lawn, and by mid-morning, parts of her pool's plumbing had burst completely. She came pounding on my door, red-faced and dripping with pool water. "You ruined my pool," she shrieked. I calmly sipped my coffee and handed her a printout of my water bill, alongside photos of the illegal trench and pipework. "No, Karen, you ruined your pool by stealing my water. I just let physics handle the rest." Before she could yell again, I added, "I've already called the Water Authority and the HOA board, and I sent them all this evidence." Her face went pale. She tried to bluster, but it was no use. By the afternoon, officials showed up, documented everything, and slapped her with fines far larger than anything she had ever handed out to neighbors. She was also ordered to pay for the damage to the shared water infrastructure, which turned out to be thousands of dollars. The story spread fast, especially on Reddit, where a neighbor posted photos of her icy pool pump under the title, "HOA Karen rerouted my water line. Karma froze her pipe solid." The comments were merciless, and Karen became the butt of jokes both online and in real life. From that day on, she never so much as looked at my utilities again. And as for me, every time I open my water bill and see it back to normal, I smile, remembering the morning I froze Karen's entitlement in its tracks. Literally.